Remember, we cannot every time talk about why do men cheat? Why do women? We will never grow. You know your relationship with your partner. You know how deep you guys are. You can't just meet a person now. Let's say I meet somebody today. On Wednesday, I text that person and say, you know what? I'm going through something. No, man. No. Losing my mom as I disowned God. I stopped praying.
Totally.
I stopped praying for a long time because it didn't make sense. Hi, Batung. Hello, everybody. I want to start by saying thanks for being here. Ne? Like, you take your time to come here. I really appreciate that. I want to talk about those who came here, the last one. The first one. Thank you for Mazapa Alena. You guys are taking your time to be here. You're leaving whatever you've got other things to do, but you chose to be here. I really appreciate you a lot. Am I okay? I really appreciate you a lot, guys. I think we're going to have more sessions of this because it's really helping anyway. It's really helping us. Some of us needed this. So thank you guys for being here so much. And you look so nice. You are so beautiful. You honored the theme as usual. I know you always honor the theme and you are so beautiful. Thank you for coming. Ne?
All right. Thank you so much, Thato. And welcome, everyone. You guys look beautiful, as always. And thank you so much for coming. And about those ones who came last time, also, I would love to just take this time to say thank you so much for coming again. So by way of introduction, for those of you that were not here last time, maybe you're seeing this face for the very first time. My name is Elvis Molefi Molf, and I'm a podcaster. I'm here today at the Sip and Talk, invited by Thato, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy the conversation that we're going to have today. Thato, how are you doing?
Today, I'm doing okay. Yeah. I'm doing okay. I'm happy. I'm relaxed. I'm just okay. I'm okay. Okay.
All right. Maybe let's start this way. Because the first time you invited me at the Sip and Talk, I asked myself, and I'm like, okay, what am I going to speak to these people about, And you said, no, it's just a couple of ladies, they just want to talk about certain stuff. And I'm not an expert when it comes to some of the questions that these people ask me. But I think in the way that I'm a realist, I'm able to, dive into so many subjects, right? But today I want to take this moment to just ask you, what is Sip and Talk? Why this whole initiative?
Sip and Talk is my baby, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what happened is about Sip and Talk. I was going through a lot in my life to a point that I was not pouring it out to anyone.
Yeah.
There came a time in my life where I felt like, you know what, people are going through their own things. So let me not bother people with my things. Because I felt like my life was going nowhere. I was sitting there thinking, looking at my life, everything was not working for me.
Yeah.
Everything was not working. And then I felt like friendship-wise, I felt like I've been watering friendship that were not reciprocated when it came to me.
Yeah.
I felt like, and then another thing is I felt like people owed me. The thing of thinking or your friends owe you their time, owe you their ears. They don't owe me.
Yeah.
But at that point, I felt neglected by my so-called friends.
Sure.
There are people whom I knew, or if I talk to this person, maybe. But at that time, nobody listened. I felt like I'm a good listener. Yeah. But in most cases, I feel like nobody listens to me. So I'm like, this other day, I'm thinking, and I called this other friend of mine, Dineo. She's coming, you know her.
Yeah.
The other time she was here. And I told her, you know what, Dineo, I'm going through a lot. Like, I'm going through the worst in my life. I thought 2016 was the worst year in my life, but this one is worse. I'm like, literally, I was drowning. I felt like moving from 2016 until 2024, and then things are still the same. Yeah. I've got things in my heart that I felt like I should let go, but I can't. I want to let go of many things, but I can't.
Yeah.
Every time I convince myself, you know what, Thato, just let these things go. I can't. There are some things that always takes me back there. And then that place for me is very...
So that, and we're going to come to, maybe if you can just raise your microphone a little bit. Yeah. But we're going to come to the nitty gritties of what exactly, triggered you to actually realize that, okay, this thing I might need to extend it to other people, right?
Yeah.
Like the details of it. So for instance, I just want to know, like, for you, what were those things that you were going through, at that time?
Oh, should I
Yeah.
talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a very emotional person.
Don't worry,
You
I'm
know
here with
me.
you.
I'm a very emotional person.
Yeah.
Though people think I'm strong, I'm very emotional. But it's okay. Let me
Sure.
explain.
Yeah.
After losing my mom now, I felt like, you know what? I'm okay. Life has to go on. Every day I was telling myself the same thing. Life has to go on. Life, and when I ended up believing myself that, you know what, I'm going to be okay. And yet I was lying to myself.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even deal with it I didn't even, you know what, let me just put it like this. I always think of other people, but I always put myself last. That's why I thought of this thing.
Yeah.
I thought this platform will make my life a little bit, not easy, but light. At least I will be talking. You know what I mean? At least I will be talking. Whoever listens.
Yeah.
But this one will be my platform.
Yeah.
If I talk, maybe people will listen.
Yeah.
Not that they owe me that thing, but this thing is mine. I made it.
Yeah.
So people maybe will listen, and then it will ease the pain.
Yeah.
Though it's not going to be okay in like now, but it will be better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought, like, you know what, let me start something. Maybe some people are going through more than I'm going through. And then they also not getting this kind of platforms. So if I start this, maybe many of us can get help. You see, one thing I know and I'm accurate of, everybody's going through something, regardless of how small or big it is.
Everybody's
going through something.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Okay, so the loss of your mother, it's the biggest thing to you. That
one is big. Losing my mom is, I disowned God.
You disowned God.
Yeah, I felt like, my mom was a prayer. Most of them know her. My mom.
Yeah. Kupa tissue, if you have any tissue. I'm so sorry. Okay. I've noted a couple of questions also from last time. Those of you that were here, I think one of the questions that stood out was how to deal with the grief. If you've lost a loved one, maybe you've lost a child, or you've lost a parent, or you've lost a sibling, or maybe your partner. Whoever you've lost. It's very important to speak about it. So if you've got any questions surrounding that, I'm hoping that we're gonna talk about it. Ne?
Yeah. Okay.
Sharp. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Do you feel comfortable to continue?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, as I was saying, losing my mom, I felt part of me died. I died.
Yeah.
Part of me died. And people will lie to you, say it will get better with time. It doesn't.
Yeah.
One thing I know is it doesn't get better with time. You just learn to live with it. It doesn't get better with time.
Yeah.
The more you grow up, the more you need your mom by your side. So for me, it doesn't get better. Maybe for others it does. This thing doesn't work the same.
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't get better with time. The only thing I've learned to do is to live with the pain. Because at the time I felt like, okay, fine, my mom was a prayer, but God decided to take my mom.
Yeah.
So God doesn't exist. There's no such thing as God. It's just this thing saying, no, there's somebody above, but there's no God.
Yeah.
And I felt like, man, let me just leave this God. He's not working for me.
And that's a very interesting way to also look at life, because sometimes when you go through pain, some of the things that you believed in before, they start to be questioned. It's like when someone hurts you. If you're in a relationship and someone gets to betray you, you start asking yourself questions like, is the whole concept of love even a real thing?
Yeah.
So I understand when you say you questioned God.
I did.
In that
I
sense.
stopped praying.
Totally.
I stopped praying for a long time because it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
What we're like, okay, fine. Say now I pray to God. There is nothing better that I would love for myself than to see my mom again.
Yeah.
So why would I pray?
Yeah.
That's when I felt like that thing.
Yeah.
And then I felt like, you know what? Let me just be myself and leave God. And remember, I'm the one who left him. He didn't leave me.
Yeah.
I'm the one who left him.
And this platform, how do you think it can help? How do you think it can help, like someone who's going through something like that, or someone, I guess someone who's going through something like that, or something equivalent to that. This platform, this Sip and Talk, how is it going to help someone like that?
When it comes to grieving, you need to talk.
We need to talk.
When it comes to grieving, you need to talk.
Okay.
So when you get platform like this one,
you
use it, you talk. It hurts. It's not easy talking about grief.
Yeah.
It's a very sensitive topic. Grief is very sensitive.
Yeah.
Hence, it's for many people know I don't talk about my mom. This is actually the second time I spoke about my mom since she passed on. For me, it's very sensitive. So when you get chances like this and you feel like you've lost your child, your loved one, it doesn't only have to be about my mom. You've lost your loved one. Maybe your partner died, and then so you need to take this opportunity and just let it out. Because the more you bottle things up, I'm telling you, depression.
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. You're going to end up feeling like this world doesn't make sense. Nothing in the world would make sense if you're not talking.
Yeah.
Me talking is my pain.
Yeah. And talking about talking, you can't just talk to everyone.
No, you can't.
Obviously, because there's got to be people that you trust in your life about certain matters, right? Maybe talk to me about how do you get to feel so free to open up to a person? What is that relationship like between you and that person?
Like I said now, I told you that since my mom passed on, I don't really like talking about my mom.
Yeah.
Regardless of how close we are, I don't want to talk about my mom. I don't want to talk. It's like, for me, it's pointless talking about it with my best friend saying, Ishweti, my mom passed away and I miss my mom. And then what do I expect from that person?
Yeah.
Hence, I don't like talking about it.
Yeah.
But with everybody being here, me feeling like I don't take my burdens to you specifically, but I'm sharing with everyone. For me, it's better. Unlike feeling like I'm giving you my burden. And then it's going to be heavy on you now. You have to think about, Thato is going through a lot. I don't want people to carry my burdens.
Yeah.
But with people like here, 10 people plus, and then I tell you what I'm going through.
Yeah.
It's like maybe 3 of them are going to say, you know what? Through Thato, I've learned that losing a loved one is... And then I don't expect them to carry my burden.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So trusting a person, I'm not in the stage of saying, there's this person I can always tell about my mom. I miss my mom so many times. But I rather talk to the man in my life. You see that guy in my life?
Yeah.
The man in my life, for me, I think he's the guy I can say is my go guy.
Wow.
When God takes, he gives you.
Yeah.
I can testify on that.
Yeah.
God, with the man in my life, God blessed me 10 times.
Yeah.
And I will forever be grateful for having Tumelo in my life because he made this thing, he made, he's always my go guy. And I know no matter how many times I cry, he's always there.
Yeah.
And it's not, tomorrow is not going to go like I'm tired.
Yeah.
He's my go guy. And I thank God for that guy.
Thato, let's continue our conversation. I think it's getting interesting right now that you are even talking about, you feeling free with your man and talking to him about, the loss of your mother.
Yeah.
And do you think people should move towards that method of like trying to, having that partner who can support them in that sense? Like, how important is that?
When you have a partner in your life, your relationship, you can't just talk to your partner about everything. What I can tell everybody is, your relationship with your partner. You know how deep you guys are. You can't just meet a person now. Let's say I meet somebody today. On Wednesday, I text that person and say, you know what? I'm going through something. No, man. No. The foundation. Like, the time you guys have been together, you study that person. If this person can carry me, if this person can carry my secrets, you have to study a person before you trust it. Some things are deep. Some things are deep to just discuss it with anyone.
Yeah, too deep.
Very deep. So you can't just say, I met this guy and I felt like this guy's my go guy. No, the reason I say my guy's my go guy is we've been through so much together. And then I said, you know what, this one is mine.
Yeah.
it takes a lot.
Mm.
It takes a lot. You can't just say, let me just tell Elvis, I met Elvis 2 weeks back. Maybe he will give me an ear. No, that's where you're wrong. Some men will actually run away because we are too much for them. You come here, I meet you today, and I think of us having fun, and then you go there and you say, I'm not, today's one of those days I miss my mom. It's like, I'm going to go through this. It depends on who is in your life. Your man is your man gonna carry you? Is your man gonna carry your secrets? How close you guys are? How long have you been together? The trust you have on that man, how the level of trust you have.
Very interesting. I know a lot of people because I study nowadays. I do a lot of case studies on people that are married. Just talking to them in person, one by one, and because I want to understand something about marriage globally. When you look at the statistics, it's on a decline. So it's not even a South African thing. It's a world thing that a lot of people are no longer opting to get married, and I've just been fascinated by the whole idea and trying to understand what is the whole reason behind that. And when I speak to a lot of people that are married, even yesterday I was at Soweto Theatre and we spoke to this lady, and she told me that it's not easy sometimes to, open up even to your partner like that, because even if you are together, there's still that, I guess it's a fear or whatever it is. Like, you can trust them, but you can only trust them to a certain extent.
Exactly.
There are certain things that you cannot talk to them about, right? But as we move on with our conversation, I was chatting to someone when I was showing them some of the pictures from the last session and what we spoke about, and she was like, but are you guys only focusing on dating things? I think you should talk about other things, maybe that are related to life, finances and all of that. What do you say to someone who says, what exactly do you guys talk about at Sip and Talk? How do you answer that question?
Okay, Sip and Talk is, I can say, specifically, we don't have anything we talk about. Hence, the Q's and A's that you introduced works for us. Because I can say, I want to know about relationship. Everybody talks about what, I talk about what matters to me.
Yeah.
She talks about what matters to her. If she's going through a divorce, she's going to ask a question based on divorce.
Yeah.
If I'm going through financial crisis, I'm going to ask a question based on financial crisis. So your Q's and A's works for us. So we can't say specifically we based on dating things. No, we're not actually based on relationship-wise. When it started, everybody was like, Mojolo. And then I'm like, I explained to them, or no, that's not the concept. Remember, we cannot every time talk about why do men cheat? Why do women? We will never grow.
Yeah, of course.
We will never grow. There's so many questions that we want to know. People are saying, you know what? That deep question we want to ask, Mara, I think you guys are based on Mojolo. The first session, I can say 90% of our questions was based on Mojolo, which is something, for me, it's okay for us to talk about it at some point, but not every time. We've done with a part now. I think we understood why men cheat, even though we disagree to agree, but we understood why men cheat, and we passed that.
Of course.
So we move into better questions. We want to grow. We want to know how me and my partner, how can you guys help us financially? We're struggling with, he earns, let's say 2K, I earn 1K, but still it doesn't help. Please, somebody help us. We want to grow. The minute we introduce Sip and Talk, our focus has to be on growing. We need to grow. We need to grow, and we need to make sure that this thing is fruitful. People go home with something. It's pointless meeting here and then everybody goes home with and then we see the guy in my life, the guy in my life, the guy in my life. No. We can't be based off the guys in our lives. We are going through so much. Everybody's going through something, like I said. And then they need to know, Mara. Some people don't want to ask questions. Not that they don't have those questions, but they don't want to ask those questions.
Yeah.
Marabana, let's all know the questions. Everybody knows the question. But she feels so no, since everybody's talking about Mejolo, let me, let me not.
Yeah.
Another time. We are not based on Mojolo. We can ask so many. Sip and Talk is not based on Mojolo. We want to grow.
Can you maybe mention one topic that besides the dating and Mojolo part, where people that come to Sip and Talk can have a right to ask or can expect, I guess, in future?
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, the one question I can say is, friendship. People are complaining about watering dead friendship. They're just watering friendship and they don't get it back. The
Okay.
energy is not reciprocated,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So friendship wise, we need to learn more about friendship.
Yeah.
We need to know, when I say this person is my friend, what are the requirements? What is inside?
Okay.
When I say, Mawi is my best friend.
Yeah.
And then when you ask me, why are you saying Mawi is your best friend? I must be able to answer you. You know what I mean? Because it's pointless watering. Nothing hurts like watering a friendship that is not. I always say, hence, this other time I told them on the group of Sip and Talk that we need to forgive ourselves for so many things. We need to forgive ourselves. Now there's so many things I forgive. Hence, I'm happy today.
Yeah.
I forgave myself for so many things.
Yeah.
So many things.
And we're not perfect as human beings as well.
I mean,
I think it's very important to also note that.
we are not perfect.
Yeah.
So we need to forgive ourselves for so many things. For us to have peace. There's always you before anyone.
Yeah.
So you need to have peace with yourself. Forgive yourself for so many things. Forgive yourself for, at the stage in my life, I never thought I'll be here. So I forgave myself for that. You know what? I thought I'll be somewhere, the estates, driving that big car. And here I am here. So there are little things I can be grateful of them here. So I forgave myself because I was pressuring myself for, now my age, my life. When I was in high school, I planned everything.
Yeah.
I thought by 20, I'll be way, bought myself a Mercedes Benz. So I forgave myself for that. I forgave myself so much. Hence, I have peace today. I'm a new person. I'm peaceful.
Okay. It's nice to renew yourself.
It is. It is.
All right. Let's wrap up this conversation like this, right? You mostly do this out of your own pocket, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Because I think people sometimes maybe they miss the fact that the whole organizing of this it's not free, right? This deco, someone has to be paid. The guy for deco, these guys that are recording right here, they probably want their money by now. But it's money. It's finances for this thing to materialize, right? And for you to be able to pick some of it out of your own pocket, can you just maybe tell us about the fact that the money itself goes into the organizing of this thing and how important it is to make this whole thing seamless?
Yo, the money part.
Yeah.
Yesterday we spoke about it. Remember I called you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. The money part is actually straining me a little bit there and there. When you talk with people about money, things change. People, when you tell them, guys, there's a certain price that you guys need to pay. They start being somehow. They start telling you, what are you gonna do with the money?
Yeah.
Why do you want us to pay 150? I mean, we can buy chips there, we can buy quarters there, and then I'm like, besides the quarter part, besides you guys eating, it takes a lot of money to do things like this. The motivational speaker needs to be paid. The guy who comes here, put the simple things, asks for money.
Yeah.
I take it out of my own pocket. I felt like crying yesterday because I felt like it's drowning me. But at the end of the day, the guy in my life told me again, you don't have to. Remember the reason why you started this whole thing.
Yeah.
Maybe one day, don't focus on money. I'm not focused on money. I'm not. Yes, I don't have that kind of money, but I get peace. There's nothing beats peace. Yes, financially, money, we need money.
Of course.
But on this one, I was not really focused on money. Hence, I was not fighting with anybody to pay.
Yeah.
I told them, if you don't want to pay, just come.
Yeah.
Just come. And then we will eat together.
Yeah.
I can't say, this one didn't pay. Let me not no. We
Yeah.
eat together. Remember, this one is a fruitful thing. So we can't be coming here and saying, this one didn't pay. No, man, no, it's not gonna work. It's like girl on girl hate now. It's not gonna work. So financially, it's, for now, let me just say, it will get better maybe. One of the days, it will get better. But for my peace,
Yeah.
I'm okay. For my peace, I'm okay. I'm just okay. I thank God for this idea. I'm okay.
All right. I want to know if there's anyone with a question already. Is there anyone who wants to maybe ask a question that we can tackle because I see we're just 3 minutes away from ending this podcast. If there is no question, Osi, can you just be preparing at the sound card, the recording for the questions, so we can have everyone asking the question to be recorded. Okay, cool. So while we are busy sorting out the Q&A part, you see, this is the difficult part about recording a live podcast. I just prefer to be in studio because there's a lot of logistics that has to happen. I just want to say that this whole thing, it's a community thing, right? You've got to build your own community. And for the fact that there are people that don't see value in coughing out some of their money into this, that means they don't see the value of this, right?
Exactly.
So I appreciate everyone who's able to say, okay, I'm willing to sacrifice and put a certain amount forward to this, right? But in ending, I just want you to tell us from now what's going to happen. Are we going to have more sip and talks? What's going to happen? Is this the last one for the year?
About that, I can't really say now.
Yeah.
I think this can be the last one, obviously. We're still going. We're going to move.
Yeah.
But I think this time around, we're going to move differently. We can't move the same all the time. There's going to be change of venues.
Yeah.
First of all, we're going to change the venue. We're going to try new things. There are people who are calling. People heard about us, the Sip and Talk. There are people who are calling.
Yeah.
The Urban Lodge wanted us to host there. They wanted to host us, but they told me last minute thing.
Yeah.
The guy from Urban Lodge called me, say, I got your numbers from whoever, I don't know. And then we wanted you guys to come here for your Sip and Talk. And I'm like, last minute, I can't change venue. Yeah. It will be inconveniencing for my people. So the other one, we're going to go there. I will talk to the guy, and then you guys can buy food there. They sell food. They sell alcohol. You know the place. Most of you guys know the place. So I think for us to network more, we need to change places. We can't come here all the time. We need to change places. So the venue, have in mind, we're going to change the venue. We're going to change many things. We're going to change the venue. And when it comes to theme, most of you guys are complaining about theme. And you guys are betraying me. You came up with the idea of theme. I was like, everybody wear whatever you like. And you said, you know what, let's wear theme. Nah, I don't mind. I don't want you guys to be stressing when coming here. I don't want you guys to be saying, let me go buy this. For me, I say, when you host things like this, wear whatever you're comfortable in.
Yeah.
For you guys not to stress. I don't like to see you guys stressed. You know, you're my people. I don't want to see you guys stressed. So next time, we're going to talk about it, ne? The theme part. Majority always rules with us. We have a group chat. So majority rules. If many of us take the theme out, no more theme.
Yeah.
Because it's stressing them, I know. We spoke about them. Some are crying, some are saying, and then you decided to go with pink. And you know me, I don't even honor the theme because I'm not there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the host doesn't honor the theme.
I don't honor the theme. I spoke to them about it.
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are at the end of our recording session. We're going to have another round table. But for this part, I think this is where we end. And if you want to check this podcast, you can go on YouTube. It's Elvis Molefi Molf, or you can search Break It Down Podcast. You will find this episode as soon as we are able to upload it. In the meantime, you can check the existing episodes, and the one that you like, you can watch. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one. And cheers. My name is Elvis Molefi Molf.